But I want to show you this. So this is St Michael's Church. St Michael's and All Angels. Now everyone praises this Michael, yeah? But the first thing I saw here is I praise the dragon. Because if you look, he's not a green-eyed monster, he's got red. Or as George Michael says, I see loving in his eyes. And they're both reflecting love. There's loving in his eyes. And he wants to get back to guard his troop at his castle. Rapunzel or Lily. And he's got an angel standing on him. And he's tired from chasing around dragons when dragons should be guarding their own castle. So he's sleeping in peace while the dragon holds him upright until he wakes up and remembers he's not here to slay dragons, he's here to be an angel. So the dragon's keeping him upright while he sleeps, right? So that's how I see that. So they're both guards. They're not attacking that. He's got his sword above level and the dragon is keeping him up with red in his eyes, not a green-eyed monster. So they're both guards, both of them. So Michael has no upper power like he thinks, they all think he has here, when they all call it, they call it St Michael's and Angels. Yeah, so just remember, both of them are guarding. And both of them are upright. His level sword above his wings, stopping him, stabbing him, and the dragon keeping him upright. So they can both, when they're not tired while he's having a sleep, the dragon can fly off. But anyway, I'm just going to show you this. Remember yesterday I showed you at the other church, Sarah on that grave with Alice Ruby Weeks behind it and Lily Medlock. Do you remember the name on that grave? Do you remember it? It's Courteous. And I didn't actually show you, but when I showed you that thing, on the wall opposite, there's a name called Sarah Courteous. And that's the 22nd of March grave that's outside St Mildred's Church. The name is Courteous. And this is why something has to be done. Because I was brought here to do something and no one's telling me what. And I believe someone needs to be eliminated. And it's either going to be me or them, whoever started all this shit. Let's say, look, one thing out, 21st of Feb, right? All of these have got one letter or one number different. And I'll tell you another thing now. St Mary's Road, number 75, where I lived. St Michael, that's your dad, Michael. St Mary's again. Ebony. St Peter Paul. Your dad's brother. I had a mate who died. Emma Hicks's bloke, Paul Taylor. He died, didn't he? St Mary's Road again, St Mary. St John the Baptist. Do you remember my Uncle John, my mum's brother? He died of throat cancer. Cancer. The only one in the family who's ever died of cancer was John, my uncle. And then you've got Peter again, as in Peter's Wood. So I don't like it. I don't like what the church have done. I don't like what they're doing. Oh, I'll tell you another one. Katie Harper. Right, if you believe these names, you're mad. Docker. Janet, that was the name of your dad's missus that died of cancer. Donna Clifton, well, if you don't think she looks like Old Bill, you're mad, because she is. And also, she lives at the top of Jackie's Road. It's called Clifton House. And look, Marilyn Bacon, come on. Oh, Ebony, look. Marilyn Bacon, indeed. If you want a wine gum, you got Maynard. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. And this is why I said to you recently, I forgive you, because I want to tell you something now. Harper's was the name of the gym that Claire worked in at Kingford Hall Estate when I met her. It was Harper's, and it was June that took me there. And then that gym turned into a Metropolitan Police place after it was Harper's Gym. And now it's Churchill Doctors Funny that, isn't it? They went from a gym to the Metropolitan Police to my doctors called Churchill. So yeah. So this is why I said I forgive you, because there's something very dark about all this, and I don't like people who are dark, because I like things that are transparent, and these people are not transparent. They support people who dish out threats and cancers that my uncle got, like your dad's Janet got. Yeah? And I don't like the darkness of it all. So I've come here to stand and fight like a man. I don't give threats and harm little children or harm adults and give cancers out. Remember my birthday, 75, St Mary's Road. So the church, I've had a good hand in all this, and they will not admit what they've done. So I've come here to jog their memory what they've done and what I'm here to do. Because see, that thing man there, where I'm having a sleep at your feet, where your upright stands out clearly in your death. All these graves around here, all the Sarahs, all of them, they emphasise the upright, the levelness. The ones down at St Mildred, the only grave in this graveyard that is totally upright is your one, man, now. Right? And this is what I've been saying all along. I don't blame you, because they're trying to blame you every day. They're sending me stuff about narcissists, and I say, fuck off. It's you. You're the narcissist, not Button. It's you. Because they've made me dependent on them. Look, they've taken away everything, supported by the police and doctors, raped me as a child, as an adult, and now they're trying to make me dependent on the church. And that's what narcissism is. And I'm not having it no more, because I come in here and I tell them. And just now, they were trying to give me a speech about swearing in God's house. And I said, fuck off. You've got a fucking cheek to tell me about what goes on in God's house when I've seen your gardening man there with my missus' name on and all my kids. And down at the other one, I'll tell you another one about St Mildred as well. When I went round the back the other day, all the names are worn off the graves, apart from one name, and that's Sarah. On every single grave you can read round the back, the only name you can read on them all is about Sarah. There's about 10 of them. But you can't read any of the other names. They're all March the 22nd as well. So yeah, your brother is called Daniel in the Bible. Michael, St Michael's angels. Your dad and my dad went to school together. Peter, your brother's name, and my dad's friend lived below your nan on Cherry Day. And I don't like what's been going on. You got June's birthday out there. You got my mum's birthday, the first grave. You've got Sarah, your mate, out there. And I'm not putting up with this no more. So I've come here to fight. I've not come here to do God's work. Oh, I have come here to do God's work. I've not come here to do the church work. I've come here to expose the church's work, what they do. And they don't promote the Bible, I do. Because I sit here and I read the Bible. And it goes against everything these people are doing. So I'm giving them a little reminder to watch your step before you get struck down. Because I'm still here and I'm still breathing. And they can put me at St Mary's Road. And all this 40, number 40 keeps coming up everywhere I go. 40. Down in the other church, St Mildred's, the upturned boat of Henry VIII that I've never heard of. It said it was built on 1310 and it lasted 40 years exactly. You look at the dates, it was 40 years. And that abduction mix by Andrew out there, Andrew King or whatever, his follow-up mix was called This Is 40. And you go up Ashford Road towards Tenterson High Street, there's a house called the Old School House, and it's opposite number 40. So these can stop talking bullshit, because I don't talk bullshit. I tell people they're talking bullshit and they don't like it. So anyway, I just wanted to leave you with that picture about who the actual angel is in that picture, and it's the dragon. Remember George Michael? Oh, George Michael, yeah, who died on Christmas Day, where they conveniently put me in prison on Christmas Day to hear it. Remember that line? I see loving in his eyes. I miss my baby. That's that dragon. That's Daddy and my kids. He's not a green-eyed monster. He was guarding his castle, and Michael come and stamped on him for some reason, and he's tired of chasing the dragon around. So the dragon's holding him up while he has a little kip, and remembers he's not here to slay dragons. He's here to go and guard his troop, and so is the dragon, so they can all go about their business after. Right? And I'm not going to let any of these people here who say they represent God, I'm not going to let any of them tell me any different, because I'm here to slay anyone who harms my children or threatens my children, because I'll dispose of them accordingly. And that will be in God's word, won't it? Not the church's. Because I'll tell you what I don't see in this church. I don't see many angels, and yet they go around promoting what angels they are. And you've seen his gardening skills. It's got you dead 100 times. It's got Ruby and Eve and such. They're all dead. And then they brought me here to see how dead they are, as if they're intimidating me. But they're not. You saw how I lit up Ruby's grave last night. I said, yeah, I'll chase the sun, you pricks. So I just wanted to show you all this. Claire, her 2 kids are called Joseph and Billy. William is Billy, isn't it? And their dad disappeared, saying he committed suicide. And do you remember Lourdes, Mrs. Mum? She died on Christmas Day, same as George Michael. And when she had her funeral, the priest made sure he come and made his presence known in that living room in front of me. And I fucking remembered that. And I was standing out there recently saying, you do not fucking stand in front of me threatening me, you cunt. Come and show your face. Because I'm standing here now waiting for people like you who lock people in dark rooms, thinking it's in God's name. And I said, come before me now. I want a word with you. I'm going to cleanse your soul by killing you. And no one's come. And yet, the geeks who've done all the gardening here just told me that it's disrespectful to swear in God's house. Oh dear.